Well, hello, cutie pie. Hello, all cutie pies out there. Is this working? Is the audio okay? This is a completely new setup. I mean, it's old hardware, but it's a new setup. And I'm worried. Also, I can't stream for very long, but I just want to try this. I made a decision. I don't know if it's the best decision. You're solving puzzles for a competition. That sounds great. Can you hear me? Are the audio levels okay? Are they too loud? Are they not loud enough? Kind of looks like I'm peaking a little bit. As long as I don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Music level, audio level, everything okay? Okay, I'll try. I just can't get too excited. I can't, so I don't know. I have so many things to talk about that are not really about solving a puzzle. We're going to start on a puzzle. I will probably have to finish it later, but this is like my test. This is a test for this whole situation that you see here. This whole thing that's going on. What do we do here? We could do this as a Sido window. Drag it around. We can make it a floating window now. Drag it around. And do this. We could do this in the middle actually, in like sides and directions. Let's go back to not floating. Maybe make it look different when it's floating. It's full screen as far as Hyperland is concerned. This is full screen-ish. It's a little silly. Okay. So I decided to install Arch, and I'm trying to set up Hyperland, and this is maybe like a weird choice. I don't know. I got like, it's a long story. It's a lot to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about it at length in another setting. One thing I do want to talk about. Do you want to know something insane that Blobz told me today? The blob of Blobz, his avatar that he used, is from a game he released for Atari when he was 19, and then used the proceeds to buy himself a car. What a person. What a cool person. We need to do some kind of like interview series. Okay, is this the mic input? If I set this to 50, that's too low. Let's like say like 60. Still learning how to use this stuff. Hello. Okay, that seems a little better, a little less peaky. That's not really where I would prefer to set that actually. Maybe actually we do set it here and then just pop it down a tickle here. Can we do that? Just a little bit of something. That seems okay. Okay. Yes, Blobz, polymath, incredible person. Released this game in 1983 when I was but a wee little lad. Released a sequel, and then decades later in 2021 completed the trilogy. I should play all those games on stream. Where can I buy them? I'll probably steal them. Sorry, Blobz. I'll Venmo you some money. Okay, we're going to try to start on this puzzle. This is the Hot Date by Blobz. This is a Valentine's puzzle. It's very charming grid. I haven't looked at the rules or anything yet. I just noticed that my Twitch window over here says BitRat. If you're curious about the BitRat. Kind of weird. Why does it say it's unstable? Average stream bitrate is too high. You know, I used the settings that it seemed like it would want me to use. Streaming, I used the like thing where you put in your Twitch key and all that stuff. Am I streaming slightly over 60? Yeah, I need to like do the... I mean, it says this is weird. It says ignore streaming service setting recommendations, and I didn't. And so maximum video bitrate is 6,000, and it's streaming ever so slightly above, so it's marked as unstable because my bitrate is too high. Anyway, whatever. Let's start this puzzle. So yeah, anyway, I've just spent way too much time, like not only trying to get Linux up and running, which I use Linux all the time, but not as a desktop environment for like 25 years because it sucks, and it continues to suck. And I tried all the available modern desktop environment, KDE Plasma, tried Fancy GNOME, tried Cosmic, tried various other things. It's all bad. Everything is like, KDE wants so badly to be Windows and it just can't. GNOME really wants to be Mac OS and it just can't. Cosmic is trying to land somewhere in the middle, but it's just not done. And so Decided to try Hyperland. I think I want to try Neri instead. Possibly. Possibly, maybe. I'm realizing I didn't put this in the chat in places. Let me go, like, do a thing. But mainly this is a test of my setup. A workspace overview in my launcher. That'd be kind of cool. Actually, probably shouldn't alert everybody since I don't even think I can stream for an hour, but I'm gonna anyway. Going live notifications. Okay, let's go. Now we go up here. Okay, let's start this puzzle. What's going on with this puzzle? This puzzle says there are thermometers. Kind of interesting transparent thermometers, though, today. I can see into the heart of the thermometers today. These like Cupid's arrows. This is a volley of Cupid's arrows. I hope the recording is actually working. I hope anything is working at all. We've got like 40-ish minutes or something. We're not going to finish this. Pink lines contain, okay, we got rim bands, and digits and white circles must appear. So we got quads, but very lonely quads. And interestingly, the quads are sequential. That's kind of fun. The quads correspond to their box. Cute. What are we supposed to do here? I guess we just start on some pencil marking. So we get a given one, right? Like this must be the one. Ooh, my keyboards are good. Shortcuts are gonna be weird. Like this must be the one because it can't be atop a thermo. 2. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, not good. That's my like window drag shortcut. Ah, bummer. Is it that? Okay. Okay, because 2 can't be here atop of a little smoky, and 2 is not 4. 3 seems okay. 4. Is 4 okay? As far as we know, I could be like 1, 3, 4. This couldn't be 4. So in here, we're gonna say that 4 can't be here because you need 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can't have the 2. 4 there's, I don't know, are these okay? Maybe. 5 in here seems okay. 6 is lopped off of there, so 6 is in here, which does put 6 up here. Is that okay with everybody? Probably. It would have to be like 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7 doesn't seem like it's got any problems. 8 is lopped. 8 can't go here because we'd have 2 9s. It seems like that's an 8. Is that fair? That does put an 8 down here. I don't know if it was worth pencil marking in those 7s. Seems a little silly. And then 9 in here we know can't be low on that thermometer. So what did that do for us? How do we want to? Didn't really. I mean, the only thing that got us on this rim band, we did get an 8. So it could be like 8, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Wait. Oh shoot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or, you know, like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So there's only 1 degree of freedom on these hearts. Is that what we're learning? which is a little interesting for this heart. Well, it means every digit is always on these hearts, except for there's ambiguity between 1 and 9. Are these hearts always 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So there's always a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on them. Every heart has every fellow. So one of these is a 6 then? Is that fair to say? So, you know, that kind of, is that the kind of thing we need to look for? This already has the 8. Okay. There must be a 2 on this person, but it could be, maybe it could be there. There must also be a 4. The 4 is not these people, and the 4 is not this person, and the 4 is not this person. So for one of those digits, for example, is a 4. For that to be true, you'd have to have some low digits here, 1, 2, 3, and that's maybe fine. Wait, did I ping for non-Sudoku streams? That was wrong. Oh well, this is my mistake. We'll live. I got so used to not doing Sudoku pings. Okay, so, right. So we're thinking about 6s. We're thinking about you people being 6s. So who's especially useful in that light? Life is yours. Life is yours. I did something insane. Are you ready for what I did? It was maybe not a good idea. Okay, I'll show you. Oh, I don't have Neofetch. Oops, mouse fetch. No, I did this. And I blew away my Windows partition. Perhaps recklessly. So here we are. We are, by the way. And now I have to make every single thing work, and it sucks. Just to be clear, Linux desktop experience, when I started using Linux on the desktop in like 1997, it sucked. And we used it for like 5 years, and it sucked. And now, almost 30 years later, still sucks. No, I don't know if that's true. I mean, well, from what perspective? Because there's two ways to interpret that. I can only blame myself if it sucks. One is that because Arch is so configurable, if it sucks, it's my own fault. This is the popular conception, by the way. This isn't really real, but like, oh, Arch is so configurable, you can configure everything exactly to your needs. It's a completely unopinionated distribution. Again, these things aren't true. Then it sucks because I failed at configuring it, right? Or it sucks because everything sucks. Like, for example, trying to get OBS to run. Real exciting, because you'll see fun things like this. You'll see like, okay, well, what do we got, Arch? So like Arch offers OBS Studio, easy. So we just use Pacman and install OBS Studio. That's easy, right? That's cool, no problem. Ooh, except for that actually doesn't include some like basic plugins like the browser plugin. So that's a bummer. So then it's like, well, that's all we have here. There's nothing offered by the real repository. So now we have to go to the user repository and we can see like, okay, there's this like OBS Studio browser. So that seems easy, right? And it's like, actually, it's not that easy because it has, it requires on a, like that Chrome embedded framework or whatever, CEF, that's different from other versions. So there has to be custom packages for that you've got installed, and like, oh, you have to patch FFmpeg, you need a custom FFmpeg build, and that's a problem too. Like, it is such a pain. Or you have this person that's like, okay, I made everything perfect exactly as it's supposed to be, Titan, and then like everything is like patched and ridiculous, and it's a huge mess and breaks very easily. It's incredible. I mean, like Grimbone already started making his own window manager last night. Like, but so then you're like, okay, this all sucks. What can I do? There's only official packages for Ubuntu because that's what a sane person would run. So after messing with all of this crap and realizing that it's like, it's no longer like a sandbox thing. Like, okay, I just want OBS to work. It's like, no, there's one version of FFmpeg on the system, and if you want it to be the OBS patched one, you have to deal with that forever. And if there's any like inconsistencies in versions, it's a problem forever. And any whatever, all the different like supporting plugins, the Chrome embedded framework, there's a separate oops. Like that's a separate thing that will now be your problem forever. Actually, I should just search for OBS, right? No. Anyway, it's a huge hassle. And yes, maybe you could get the House of Cards to work, but it seems so fragile if there's some other update. What else was in here? There's a various OBS plugins. An OBS build script. I mean, I guess that's an option, is you just do OBS get and build everything yourself. And then like, you can't link it against any, there's OBS, no, that's Obsidian, sorry. There's OBS, no, that's OpenSUSE build service. Good group. It just sucks. Just everything sucks. And to like just get it to work, I finally just gave up and did Flatpak, but there's like weird downsides to Flatpak too. So it just is running in its own little world and is kind of inconsistent compared to other, you know, the way the rest of the operating system is running. Maybe there's a cleaner way to do this, but it feels very sloppy. There's that like new idea of like, oh, also the Flatpak is not maintained by OBS anyway, right? I think the only officially port Ubuntu get Flatpak to work. I mean, that's a whole other thing of like, Flatpak, what's going on with your permissions, etc., etc. Like, anyway, it's an annoying problem. It's a very annoying problem that Flatpak kind of sort of solves just by saying like, hey, all right, yeah, here's the custom OBS FFmpeg. Maybe there's some other way. Anyway, I don't care. I mean, there is this official OBS Studio Browser plugin package to work with the official Arch package. So maybe that's a thing I could do if I didn't care about any other plugins. Maybe I could use this other plugin browser. Anyway, whatever. It's working now. There's probably, is that a bin version? Anyway, whatever. Dave Hawes, PC dev only and switch to Mac. I mean, so that's my whole history, is like, I started with Windows when I was very young. Then I switched to Linux for a few years. And when Mac OS 10 came out, when Mac OS 10.0 came out, it was like a huge mess, because all Mac OS was Apple couldn't do anything right. They hired the Pepsi guy. Steve Jobs got ousted. He went and founded Next. Next actually made a good new operating system. Steve Jobs went back to Apple with Next, and then Next OS became the foundation for OS 10. And that's like, Apple almost hasn't done anything good since then. They've been writing on the good work. I mean, Johnny Ive came in and stole a bunch of Braun industrial design, but like, but when OS 10.1 came out, it was like, whoa, this is like Unix, but it also functions, and it, like, I have a Unixy operating system with a polished like windowing interface, and I can run commercial software. Incredible. So I plan to keep my Mac laptop. This was just a PC that I built primarily for AR and VR work that I just am not doing that much anymore. It's got a 4080 in it. It's a fancy machine. I could try to do a Hackintosh, but also macOS 26 sucks. Like, Tahoe sucks. The inconsistencies suck. There's all the, like, so much of the UX such on iOS and in macOS. Like, it is, Apple is trending away from their core competencies, which is concerning. And so I don't know. I don't know what to do. I've been like Mac daily driver for like, I don't know, almost 25 years. And it got better and better and better. And then now it's kind of gotten worse and worse and worse. Well, so on the window navigation, there's a lot of interesting things happening with macOS, which is actually kind of cool. Like lots of window managers being built for it. Like, whatever. Is it Yabzi? Is that the one people use? No, Yabs. What is it? Yabai. So you can do tiling window managers on macOS. The problem is like, I don't think tiling window managers are great for laptop screens. I mean, Windows sucks, so no argument for me. Windows is the worst dev experience in the universe. No question. No question. The only thing that made Windows like slightly like reasonable to develop software on was Windows subsystem from Linux, which is just cheating, saying like, well, we can't do anything right. We'll just stick Linux in here. Tiling window managers, I'm trying to get used to. That's what I'm doing over here. We got with our fun Hyperland. I've been experimenting with like soft tiling on the laptop. It's just tiling doesn't work as well, I find, on a smaller display. I think a lot of people disagree, but the new style is scrolling Windows Manager. I don't know if anybody has one. Probably. Oh yeah, Paper. Is that you? Paper.spoon. So this seems interesting. I might try this for Windows management on my laptop. I'm going to try Neri on this machine soon, I think. Yeah, WSL, because how else can you do anything? Like, I just think there's like tons of polish. There's tons of visual polish that's lost on macOS, and that is, I think, telling of deeper things, because there's tons of UX polish that's also lost in the newest iOS, of just like really obscure, obtuse ways to interface with things. Like one that I really love, this one is like, how do I get to tabs now? How do I get to tabs on this? You have to reach down here and grab this address bar. Oh, that didn't. Okay, I got it. You have to grab the address bar and swipe up to get to where your tabs are, which is a totally hidden thing. Otherwise, you have to go to like triple dots, I don't even know how you can see them otherwise. Like, it is just a completely hidden gesture that you have to practice, because if you go a little too low, you just end up closing Safari. So like, very minor difference between that and that. I find it extremely obnoxious. I mean, there's a real world where I just also get a Mac Mini to just have on the desktop, but I want to try this. I mean, I still have to do CAD work and stuff. What am I supposed to do? I'm probably going to use Sunshine on the Mac to stream CAD, to stream my CAD environment to this machine. Use DOS, perfect. I mean, I paid a lot of money for Fusion 360, so I need to use it at least for a year. We're supposed to be doing a puzzle. I'm also going to run out of time, because this was actually also supposed to be a stream test. So anyway, getting OBS set up sucked. Everything sucks. It's not good. It's not a very good experience. Maybe I'd have a better experience. I mean, I use Linux constantly, as long as you don't have to like touch it, you know, or like you can touch it through a CLI. Okay, what were we doing? I got heated and forgot. We're thinking about 7s a little bit, but not very much. We're thinking about 6s a little bit. Quad? No. No. It's already like, here's what I will say, actually, with Arch install, the setting up of the machine, not a big deal. Like, it really was not that big of a deal. The place that you start to run into problems is the place that you always run into problems with Linux, is like, especially stuff that's like the really common cross-platform stuff like OBS or 1Password or the Synology Drive client or whatever. Like, software, it's like, yeah, I want this stuff, but it's like commercial. OBS isn't commercial, but you know what I mean, like borderline commercial, where it's not like they're managing packages, and so some person has to deal with it, and then OBS has so many weird dependencies and stuff. Maybe I'll try that other one, but oof. The best developer and streamer PC, I'm sure it would work perfectly. I'm sure there would be no problems at all. Okay, wait, we're gonna really try to solve this puzzle for a minute. I'm definitely not gonna finish this puzzle. No errors, awesome. That's good news. Anyway, Arch install was not that big of a deal. The thing that's taken all the time for me is like trying to configure Hyperland. I do actually like, I'm using Noctilia shell or whatever it's called. It's pretty rad actually. Like it's pretty nice. I'm finding it to be pretty good. A thing that is rad that it does is it can take your wall, and this is built on other tools. It's like a shell that wraps a lot of things. But a thing that is super cool is you can tell it to do palette generation based on your current wallpaper. And then as you change your wallpaper, it will change the palette of not only the shell, but you can have it connected to various other things like your GTK theme or your terminal or all these other things. So you can shift your entire, like the entire look of your interface just by changing the, changing which wallpaper you're using. I have a relatively conservative one. I don't know if you can see that like the shades of blue are changing slightly. Like that turned a little more purpley. I could make it much more aggressive and pull different. Like we could go and do color scheme and do like rainbow maybe. Or maybe fruit salad. Have it like really pull colors intensely from the wallpaper. And now if I go change the wallpaper, I should have a more dramatic shift. But this will even change, like, again, as I said, like my terminal colors, everything. So like I'm green now I get all these blues in the sky. Maybe I'll get something like kind of a teal here, probably with an orangey secondary color. Like I have pretty subdued wallpapers at the moment, as you see, but it's a cool thing. I think that is actually cool. I'm gonna go back to my more subtle. I mean, then you can also like just do this and have it change these colors and then also change like my terminal colors. So my kitty will also be, I don't know if I did it for B-top though. Oh yeah, B-top will change. So if I go here and change, can I drag this window? Lame. If I go here and I say color scheme and I go back to, I mean, I could switch this and it's going to in real time, like switch the themes of like all my software or all my software that is like capable, right? Or if I go back here, I can then do the tonal spot back from the wallpaper and I can go, you know, change the wallpaper and you'll see these colors shift as I do so. It's pretty cool. I think it's fun. Get out here. Yes. An ASCII aquarium? I probably should. I do actually love that like terminal UIs are making a comeback. Lots of like audio meters. Like all of Unix porn now is like, don't show the ugly software that you can't theme very well and only show things that that are nicely themable. Okay, what are we doing here? Does anyone know? We came to the conclusion. I'm sorry, Blobz. Poor Blobz is gonna watch this later. And we don't quite place a 2. We know anything about anything. We know like what's a meaningful X life is yours fault. You know I'm born to be distracted. This is a test stream, right? We're just here to test our, we know that one, okay. We can place another 1, right? No, we don't. We don't know that actually, because there may not be a 1 on here. That's tricky. If there was a 1 on here, we would know where to place it. All these would be ruled out, this ruled out, this ruled out, this would rule out this. There would definitely be a 1 exactly here. That would force a 1 here, which could only go, that's a little bit interesting also, like where 1 could go. The issue is we don't quite know. We know like 2 through 8 always appear. But like the 2 could be here. Or we probably need to think a little more. Yeah, okay. We need to be more thoughtful here about like things about, like where ones can go, for example. Like ones, one is not going to go here, right? One is not going to go anywhere in here. One is not going to go there. So we do know one, is there or there. Is that a true statement? So one is exactly here, right? Doesn't that force our one? And then that's going to put a one exactly here. What else can we do with ones? You know where ones... Yeah, so one in row 4, we said one was down here for reasons I don't remember, but we'll just trust ourselves. So, well, because it's not at the top of this, it's not there, it's not there, it's not at the top of this. One is not here. One is not here. One is not here. That places one here or here. Is that true? Which places one in here somewhere? Here only? That puts one on the line. That means 9 is not on the line. So that's good. That places this one, removes one from here. Do you believe me when I say this? That puts one over here. But I still don't think we know if one is on the line or not. One in this world, we know is not at the base of this thermometer. It's also not anywhere on the thermometer that isn't the base. It's also not down here. It's also not here. So that puts one here, which removes one from here. Oh, I broke the puzzle. Shoot. I broke the puzzle. That's what happens when I get distracted. No, I broke the puzzle a while ago, actually. Let's back up a little bit, because I think the thing that just happened was in trying to place the ones, was this actually right? I think I stand by this, and I think I stand by these. And so then I'm trying to place a 1 here. Right? Is this one wrong? What did I do wrong? Where did I make my mistake? So I think I stand by this, which I think places this. Which put 1 up here, which places this. Then we talked about 1 being not here or here. 1 is not at the top of this thermometer. 1 is not at the top of this thermometer. That puts 1 there or there, though. Which means 1 is not... it means 1's already on the line. So that means 1 is not in here. And that means 1 is not at the top of this thermometer. It means 1 is not on the line because 1's already on the line. It means 1 is not there. I do have to go very soon. I should probably just restart this puzzle when I come back. I'll just hit pause and try to pick it up in some hours. So that seems to place 1 here. But I don't know how I got 1 over here. Which seems to place 1 here. Was it a logic mistake or was I just a normal me mistake? Which puts 1 over here, but can't be there or there. That puts 1 here. That puts 2 here. Does any of this seem right? I don't know. I may just like start over when I come back, but I'll go a little longer. I really have to leave in a few minutes. That would put 2's over here. So what happened with our 1's then? 1 can't be there. That would seem to put a 1 there and not there. That would seem to put a 1 there, which defines the bounds of this, which we knew, which means there's not a 9 on this. So we know some stuff about 1s, I guess. Means there's not a 9 on this. Is that interesting? 9 is not on the dude. This seems to look up here. It seems to put 9 there. Did I miss the rules? What rules did I miss? Which one? Which rule did I miss? Okay, along thermometers, we must increase in the bulb end. So we got to grow up. These numbers got to get bigger like this. A set of consecutive digits with no repeats in any order. So that means there's no repeats. So 1 can't appear on this pink line again. And in any order means it could be 1. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, but it could also be 1, 3, 4, 2, or whatever. So we know the bounds of it because of that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I really do have to leave very, very soon. Let's just try to have a complete thought, though. Did I actually make a mistake? And then digits must appear in touchy places. I probably made a mistake. But I think this is the general idea. Like, I think we understand the bounds of the hearts. I think there's probably a lot more pressure going on between the quads and the thermometers than I'm appreciating. Or the quads and the givens that I'm appreciating. But it feels like the thing is going to be, you know, there's got to be a 6 on this thermometer. Sorry, not thermometer, on this heart. Every heart has a 6 on it, right? And this 6 prevents certain places. So we think this 6 must be here or here, for example. I think. This column is kind of interesting because so much of it must be thermometer-ish. Yeah, where does 8 go? Where does 8 go? Because 8's... Okay. See, that's the problem, though. That's the problem, Dave, is you can be, like, really convincing. Like, I could say things that sounded very convincing. 8's in column 6 is not down here. Right? It's not here or here. But it could be here. That's not helpful. I think it's valid to have an 8 here. Why not? Why not? So where do we try to find a 9 somewhere? I mean, a 9 is a little tricky in this column, for sure. Because 9 can only go at the top of a thermometer, or it can go in a place where there's no thermometers. But it doesn't seem like we quite get it yet. I mean, similar concerns over here. We have a lot of thermometers that start at 1, which is not helpful, and also just might be a mistake. 2 in here is a little limited, right? It's not there. This couldn't be a 2. This couldn't be a 2 because it'd have to be on top of a 1. This 2 sees all these 2s. This couldn't be 2 because it would be what would go between it. I think that place is 2. This could be 2. This could be 2. 2. 2 in here. This is rolled out by pencil marks. This can't be 2 because this can't be 1. But otherwise, it seems like 2 is not that big of a deal down here. Seems not hard. Okay, I'm really sorry. I need to leave in like a minute. But I will pick up soon. A few hours. I think the stream test was a success. I guess we'll see if if I like pause and the file is maintained. Otherwise, this intro may be lost for all eternity. I did record it as an MKV, so it should technically be recoverable. Life is yours. I've missed you. Did I tell you I know another Norwegian that I forgot about? It's actually the person who got me into Linux when I was a kid. Moved to Norway when he was like 20 to work at Trolltech on QT, and he's lived there ever since. I haven't talked to him in decades, but I was just, as I was like getting back into setting things up, I was having flashbacks to being 17. And I'm strongly entertaining this idea of a Norwegian holiday. Who is the ones? Trolltech, yeah. I mean, it got purchased a million years ago, right? By like some semiconductor. Yeah, look at these names. Do these names seem Norwegian to you? It got purchased somewhere by somebody. Oh yeah, by Nokia, weirdly. I don't even know where anything belongs anymore. The head office is in Helsinki. I don't know why he moved to Norway. You're right. It's a headquartered. But it was on the Oslo Stock Exchange. I don't know why. I don't know why he moved to Norway. Something just made a weird noise. Buying trolls. No, this is true. Why am I now I'm very confused why he moved to Norway if it was founded in This was a time when people had well wait, look at this street address. Okay, there was a Norway office and a US office. So at some point in history, they were headquartered in Norway. Also, it's where 2 of the world's browser engines were born. HTML. It's kind of insane now because HTML was the foundation of WebKit, which later was the foundation, which is then what Chrome used, and then what Edge used. Like, WebKit is still deep. Kind of wild. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Vivaldi. TSS is Norwegian. See, all these Norwegians, internet luminaries. WebKit was like the first reasonably good like rendering engine. Oh my gosh, I seriously have to go. Good grief. Okay, I'm leaving. Does this work? Can you hear me? Can I hear me? Look, I'm less blue now. I changed the color to be slightly less blue. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm not really stopping. I'm going to try to hit pause and resume later, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Love you, life is yours. Nice to see you. Thanks for hanging out, Dave Hawes, and I'll try to be back later. How about that? Why? Bad show, Linux. You acting like your Windows. Why didn't that work? Why? Why would the mic not come back properly? Very suspicious. Hopefully this everything continued from where we were before. Maybe. Hard to say. Hello, Grimbone. Did I make this? The computer? Yes, I did. Did I make it unusable? Yes, I did. Did the camera screw up again for some mysterious reason? This is upsetting. Linux, you're supposed to be better than this. I have the little camera control thing. Over here. Look at this thing. Wait, weird. That's not this desktop. Also, the desktop froze. So the machine went to sleep and has an like old version of the screen. Weird. That's what's supposed to be here. Bummer. Lame. Linux, disappointing. So in like leaving, starting, stopping, having the machine go to sleep and wake up, we lost the microphone in OBS. And our like pipe wire screen capture lost input. And by the way, Grimbone, look at this Linux installation. Because you're doing too much? I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I was capturing Sweet J Penis, hello. I'm not doing any single thing except using a microphone, which is not a crime. Kyle? Hello. Hello and welcome. It's been so long. I'm complaining about Linux. Look at this. Officially supported Ubuntu. Otherwise, you're supposed to use stupid Flatpak. Sad. Same thing if we do like 1Password Linux install. What are we going to find? Oh, actually, they support. Oh, they support. They got a deb. They got a RPM. What does it say to do on Arch? Wow, they even 1Password even applies official support. I have not touched Heat in like 2 years, but it still works and people still use it. I know it's shocking. I'm just as shocked as you are. I'm also shocked that that this doesn't work. Camera thing, this thing. Why is the focus wrong? This is not right. This is supposed to be 15, and I did the thing that's supposed to save the preset, and I'm supposed to load the preset. This is annoying. And it's supposed to be like running with systemd, so nothing is supposed to mess with my settings. Annoying. Aw. It's like you can just reach out and touch me with the tomato. Okay, I'll stop complaining. I mean, I'm going to keep complaining a little bit. Okay, so 1Password, they're doing good. What about Synology Drive? I think they only support, also only officially support. This is horrible. Why wouldn't you link to directly to the download? I hate stuff like this. Where some developer just didn't spend the extra 20 minutes doing something. Synology Drive client. Why couldn't they just link directly to this? Ubuntu, only. Only. Your own compositor. Oh, yes. What is... Wait, is rendered senseless back? I've been waiting my whole life for this. I can't spell properly, though, is the main problem. You're still working on it? Wait, was there any kind of hiatus, or did it... Wait, can I not type? renderedsenseless.com. Wait, is it still... It's still happening? It's still going? I thought you were on hiatus. Look, it's me. Look exactly like me. I could send you an email. I could look at your Instagram. What's going on Instagram? I mean, I've kind of been on hiatus too. Let's see. Hostbot, my best friend Hostbot? I'm not signing in. No way. No chance. No how. When's the next... All the terrible roadblocks are over. It's a new era for Rendered Senseless, the greatest Twitch show for all time. Can you debut on March 18th, my birthday, as a gift to me? Wait, what did Kyle just say one word and then vanish? Okay, I'm done complaining. We're gonna get back to this puzzle. Okay, first of all, I should just do this. I hate to do this, but let's do it. Oh, it's actually, look, wait, we didn't make a mistake. I thought we would have made a mistake. Okay, so, I'm sorry, Blobz. Kyle, where have you been all my life? I was just resetting up this, trying to get OBS working on this stupid computer. Linux on the desktop still sucks, everybody. It's not good. That's like Windows behavior. Come back and have your microphone source not work. That is Windows behavior. Come back and have a frozen... like pipewire screen capture. That's worse than Windows. Even Windows doesn't do that. Am I clipping? Am I clippy? Let me turn down a little bit. Sorry, I got a little heated. That's why Grimbone's gonna fix it all. Grimbone's gonna make a new OBS. Okay, we're trying to do this puzzle, actually. So we were talking about, what do we know? We know that this puzzle now is straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? We know that. We know the 6s are up here. Where's the 2s? If you were on this heart and you were a 2, where would you go? You wouldn't go here? You wouldn't go here or here? Well, like, you got a lot of room. Could you go here? Of course you could. Easy. We know more about 2s than I think we know about 2s. There's 2 in here. It's obviously not here. 2's got some... It's not here because we already have a heart, but 2 could be there. 2 cannot be here or here. Interesting. 2 sees all of these. 2 can't be here because we already have a 2 on the line. OBS works fine in Ubuntu. Do you think it really does, or do you think Pipewire sucks? Or do you think Pipewire would work better if I wasn't in a Flatpak? I just want things to work at a like a bare minimum. Okay, so the 2's clues, Blue's Clues. 2's, I'm saying 2 can't be here, obviously, and 2 can't be here because this can't be 1. That means 2's are in this tower. That means 2's over here. What does that mean? Can this be a 2? Probably. Huh. We know there is a 2 on... This person also obviously has a 2. I don't know if this is the right way to go about this puzzle. Ubuntu just works. It does? Does it really? You think OBS just works in it? Ubuntu, OBS says to use the Flatpak. That's what I did. Wait, doesn't it actually still say like the Pipewire is experimental or something when you try to add it? Oh, no, it says screen capture Pipewire. It says video capture device Pipewire beta. It says screen capture Pipewire. Why is that a problem? Why is that OBS Pipewire capture freeze? What? It's known bug. This is probably not the right bug though, right? Full screen target applications. Oh boy. What? This is probably not the same bug though, right? Probably a different bug. A different Pipewire freezing bug. My mouse sensitivity is also garbage. Not OBS freezes. The screen freezes. Yeah, boy. Seems broken. Seems bad. It's the year of Linux on the desktop. Okay, what are we doing? We were talking about 2's. Why were we talking about 2's? Where do we think we could have 2's? I mean, we know there's a 2 on the heart. This heart also needs a 2. But it's got some options. This heart... this heart has a 9 on it, right? This heart has no 1s. Or this one sees these people, and this one sees these people, and this one sees those people. There's no 1s on here. So, that means there is a 9. There's a 9 on this heart. This heart is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kind of heart. By the way, it does need a 5 on it. Oh, well, think about the 5 a little bit. Think about the 5 just a little bit. 5's up here, so that's not 5. 5's down here, so that's not 5. That's not 5. That's not 5. That could be 5. That could be 5. Where's 3 anywhere? Very little about 3s. I remember in like 1998 going to the Barnes & Noble magazine section and seeing a magazine that said the year of Linux on the desktop in like 1998. I mean, one thing that is actually good, I think, any new coding projects, I'm making more objects right now. A lot of them definitely involve software. Do I have any objects in here I'm working on? I can't show you the objects because Grimbone convinced me to install Arch, so I can't open Fusion right now. I think a lot of objects. And then some like kind of commercially software projects that are a little less interesting. I mean, but I couldn't just install Tumbleweed or anything. I mean, whatever. Arch is generally fine except for the OBS fiasco, but I guess I should have just listened to OBS and installed the Flatpak from the start. Okay, what are we doing? What do we need to be thinking about? The placement of 3s. I mean, these hearts also all have 3s on them. They all have 2s on them. I'll have 5s on them. Like, where's the pressure come from? We do know there's no 1 on this, right? So we know the digits are... The remaining digits are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Right? I think I'm going to... Either for Fusion, I'm either going to do Sunshine from the Mac, which would require not much fuss, or just put Windows, like that Internet of Things edition, on some other computer, or try this nonsense. This is definitely going to be a hassle. But I could just put another GPU in this machine and pass the whole GPU to the VM. A good idea? It's going to be a pain to set up. I got a 2070 somewhere and I got a 1080 somewhere that maybe I can cram in here. The 4080 that's in here is like the size of a building. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably start with Sunshine. I was getting Sunshine set up, but there's a stupid bug in macOS Tahoe that made it not work because just no computers work. Did we decide if there could be a 1 on this one? Or we've eliminated, okay, we've eliminated 1 from here as well, right? This one sees all these. This one sees all these. So this also is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Use the iGPU with Looking Glass? I don't know, actually. Limited resolution and refresh rate. Low memory bandwidth. I mean, it's not like I need like extreme high performance. That's a good point. This motherboard does have an iGPU, or this CPU has an iGPU. I have a Intel machine up there that to save a little bit of money, I got an Intel chip that didn't have an iGPU, which turned out to be a terrible idea. Don't ever do that. It's not worth saving the money, I found. It's funny, they seem to not want the brands to match. I don't want to pass through the NVIDIA. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a rabbit hole for sure. Oh my gosh, it's the Cavalcade of Stars. That's what that says, right? You're just in time for me to complain about computers. I know that's what people tune in for. We're doing this Blobz Valentine's Day puzzle and I keep getting distracted. And I apologize. And I took a couple hours. I started it and then I went away for a few hours and I forgot everything. So what we just decided though is that there's definitely a 4. There's no 1 on this, and there's no 1 on this, and there is a 1 on this. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc., etc. That doesn't seem to help us a ton here, right? I mean, we got the 2. The 3 we know very little about. 4 we have. 5 we know very little about, and so on and so forth. This needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. Where's the 2, though? We kind of don't know, because this could be the 2. Annoyingly, this could be a 2. You think the right line needs a 2? I'm sorry, they all need 2s. I'm sorry. What I meant to say is everything needs a 2 through 8, and then it's either a 1 or a 9. So this one has a 1, so it doesn't have a 9. This one doesn't have a 1, so it does need a 9. This one doesn't have a 1, so it does need a 9. This one has a 1 on it, this one has a 9 on it, and then there's every single other digit. You think this line needs a 2? I don't know. It could go anywhere. I mean, except for here and here. But otherwise, I mean, or here. But otherwise, I mean, it can't go here. You can't put it here. And you can't put it here. And 2 is not a 1. So it could go there or there. Ooh, moderator in action. I didn't even have time to read what the spam was before Grimbone was all over it. Deadly. No, but that's good. I mean, that's the spirit here. I think that's the right way to tackle this puzzle. I can't really see a reason that we can't have a 2 here. Can I? Can I? Are there any that are just way up in the sky? Like this has a relatively high minimum. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5, 6, 7, or 8, right? Because we know this is a 1, so there's no 9. No, it wasn't very helpful, was it? But this could still be 1, 3. This can't be 6, can it? How could this be 6? Because we're missing. There's a lot of reasons this can't be a 6. If this is a 6, where do you put 7, 8, and 9? This can't be a 6. Right? This is 1, minimum 1. This is minimum 3, minimum 4, minimum 6, minimum 7. Is that right? That's a 7, 8, or a 9. This is 6, 7, 8 only, but not 6. And if that's not 6, this can't be 7. right? Because if that's 7, what could this have been? Does that seem true? But this could be 4. There is a 9 on this line, right? We said, so this could be the 9. We're kind of low on places for 4 in the column, actually. So what is this digit? Is this 3, 4, 6? It's minimum 3 or 4. Can't be 5, could be 6. I get it could be 7 actually, right? Because this could be 7, 8, 9. True statement. Unfortunately. Oh, this is not 6. Because there's 6s here. Right, 6 is down here. This is not 6. So none of these are 6. We're saying. But this could be 6 or a 6 up here. What is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 8, 7, 6. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is obviously not 2 or 5. Can this really be 3 or 4 or 6? I don't want it to be. I do know 8's down here and 7's down here. This is 3 or 4 or 6. Oh, this can't be 3. For this to be 3, this would have to be 2, right? This is 1, 3, 4 minimum. And can't be 6 or 5. So that is only 4 or 7. So if this is 4, this is definitely 3. If it's 7, it can be whatevs. 9, 8. This is maximum 7, but it's not 7. It's actually maximum 6, right? 9, 8, 7, but it's not 7. It's minimum 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 8, 7, not 7, not 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's not 5. Is it really 6? Is it really? I think the 2 is okay. But this is maximum 8. That's minimum 3. Why did I say this couldn't be 4? Because that's not 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. We did put a 3 there. There'd definitely be a 3 over here. Must be 2. We should know more about 2s than we currently do. Yeah, you doing that thing you do. I love it. What are you writing this in? C? Like the programming language? Why don't you just switch to LabWC? It's OpenBox. It was written in C++, sadly. You'd hope the programming language? It's hard to tell. I don't know how people write things anymore. I saw a repository today for some like Wayland window switcher that looked cool, and then I was trying to look at the source code, and there's just like I didn't understand it. It was a bunch of QML files. What was it called? Quick shell overview? I want this thing. Looks cool. But I was like, oh, how'd they write this? And then I was like, wait, where's the source code? It's 100% QML. There's like no... Where's the logic? Look how cool this looks. Cool. Cool. I want it. I'm not 100% sold on the... and it's all like built in... I mean, I guess that's the point of Quick Shell, right? The magic of Quick Shell. Maybe you should just learn Quick Shell, and then you'll just be able to do anything. I guess you have to have some Qt Quick. Probably have those, right? Who can say? Quick Shell's cool. Seems rad. Okay, I'm using it right now. Look how cool it is. How do I get out of here? Cool. Look how cool it is. Getting the colors from my wallpaper. That's cool. Does all this stuff. Just magically works. I don't have to spend 10 million years configuring what's its face? Waybar. I grab this window. Where do we want it to go? We could send it to like down here. That was the wrong way. Wait, I sent it to the wrong place. Oh no. I messed up. Already had that defined. Is it down here? There it is. Now we can do this. We can do like one of these. Do you want to do one of these a little bit? Do one of these and look like now I'm ready for Unix porn? I keep doing it wrong. It's fast fetch. I forgot. Look, now this is ready for Unix porn. Or wait, let's really get it ready. We got to do this. Now Sido tile. One of these. Get B-top going. Yeah. I feel like my size is wrong here though. Cool. Screenshot. Wait, Cavalcade, you're worried about we're doing the puzzle? Okay, sorry, wait. What are we doing now? Wait, oh, did I break something? Did I break something? Are you crying because I broke the puzzle? Or you're talking about row 8, column 3. Oh, you're trying to solve it. I mean, I guess we could do that. So you're trying to talk about, like, what? You're worried about row 8. Oh, you're down. Where am I? This one. You're down here. What does it do? Two in row 7 is very limited. I believe that. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Let's take a gander. Not here nor here. You said it's not there. But we think it could be here? I don't know. It's not here. It's not here. Wait, you said row. That's row. Okay, but it's also relatively constrained in column 7. Sorry. We did say row. Sorry. Rows are horizontal. Yeah, but look at my vertical scrolling though. Right? Cool. Ooh, it's weird. Look at the WebGL doesn't move. Oh, it's because it's composited. That's why. That's not exciting. That's an expected behavior. Okay. Okay, the column is irrelevant, so I don't know why you told me to look at the column. You said look at the row. Let's talk about this row, shall we? Where could one put a 2? We said that did this. We said this. Looks like a 2 could go there. Can't go there. That's row 8. That's row 8. That's row 8. I knew it. I knew it. Even before I looked over there, I knew that you would be telling me the truth. And you're right. Oh, you're right. That's very interesting. That is actually a true statement. And so another way to think about this is, I thought we even started to do this and then didn't do it. It's just like, where do we put a 2 on this person? Knowing that this 2 rules out these, knowing that this can't be a 2 because of the lack of 1. I thought we went through this. I guess I just didn't follow through all the way. We've said that 2 is here or here. Well, these 2 like rule that out. These 2 rule this out. So we are saying what? Oh, I guess it's not quite visible that way. You have to account for the fact that the 2 cannot be... No, you had it right. The row 7, 2. Rows are horizontal, and 7 is here. It comes before 8. I think we talked about this, but I didn't really recognize... The issue being is if you put 2 here, it... That's kind of weird, huh? If you a couple things happen. Like one of the things that happens, if you put 2 there, it rules out all of these, but it also rules out everything that's on the line. So I guess 2 would end up here, but that's not allowed. And then so 2 would end up here, which would put 2 here, and 2 is not allowed anywhere up here. So there's a... Your way is probably an easy way to look at it. So we're saying this can't be a 2, right? That's our... I like it. I mean, if you're motivated to like work on the puzzle, which I'm, some people are, then I could see why you would think that this is not a 2. The thing about that, though, that is interesting then, and then now let's go back to the question of where is this stupid 2? Because we've just decided that this 2 is a compromising 2, and so it's not allowed. And we've decided that these can't be 2. We decided this can't be a 2 because of the 1. This can't be a 2. This can't be a 2. So it does mean one of these are 2, which un-2ifies this, places a 2 here. Does that seem correct? 1 and 2, big news. We got big moves. We do know there's a 9 on here, just as a gentle reminder. There's not a 9 on here, by the way. 2. We said that could be 8. But there does have to be an 8. Okay. Okay, so we kind of sort of know where the 1s and 2s are on our, or lack of, on our hearts. Now the 2 in the vertical row 7. Ah, you like this, the vertical row 7? Hey, at least I got 7. At least I didn't do this. Or this. Okay. So back to the vertical row 7. 2 could be here. 2 is not on top of anybody. And 2 is not here. And 2 ain't here or here. These are the places 2 is already on this line. Oh wait, we have a, is this an X-wing? Wait, let's go back to the horizontal one. You captured a screenshot and I'm in it? Wait, can I show you something? Let me show you something. Let's see if I can do this without it being like accidentally showing you something embarrassing. I gotta remember how this computer works. Thunar? Is that what this thing is? These are ancient. They don't have like built-in preview things like in, I need Dolphin, right? I'm gonna accidentally close OBS because I don't know the shortcuts yet. Dolphin? I feel like I'm gonna show something embarrassing in here, accidentally. In this like ancient screenshots folder. Why can't I work anything? Wait, why can't I? Can I not resize while in full screen mode? Seems lame. Here's my oldest screenshot that I seem to have is 1999. Ah, seriously? What do I need to open this? What's the thing people open screenshots in? What do I need to install? What do people look at? I guess I can just do this. Does this work? Look at my cool screenshot from December 1999. My Kate Moss wallpaper. Looks like I'm running Enlightenment. This is like GNOME 1. This is my Linux desktop from 1999. Pretty rad. I'm still, yes, it is Linux, and I'm still setting everything up so I have no software because I made the decision not to like do a Sensible thing and install a Sensible management. So look at this cool screenshot. I got GIMP open. Look at that cool GNOME button. See, look at how rad this looks though. Look at this. How do I zoom in? Look at this workspace manager. Look at what I had. Look at what I had in 1999 that I don't have now. You hate workspaces? Yeah, but what if you had this? If you had this thing that I had in 1999? You'd be singing a different tune if you had one of these. They seem cool and neary. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll get back to the puzzle. I'm morbidly curious. What else do we have here? Ooh, here's me working. This is when I switched to. This is me working on. This is probably black box. This is probably pre-open box, I would guess. Cool. These are 2001. These are very recent. Let me check in my mail there. Cool. It's cool. It's mainly just a bunch of terminals, IRC windows, apparently. I'm doing some kind of software development here. I don't know what I was doing. These are good screenshots. Wait, why doesn't this one open? Get over here. Wait, what? Now it's broken. It doesn't work anymore. Linux, why does nothing work? What am I doing? Linux kernel 2.4.16. I had a thing set up that would just like store and date screenshots at the time, and I just still have them. So I just have, but like I don't have super recent. Hey, Base Basalt, I don't have super recent ones now. I was born in 1980, so I was 20. In these screenshots, I was 21. And then I turned 21 in prison. What am I doing? Look at all these things. Oh, that was a cool weather app I was working on. That's Windows, though. Windows 2000. That guy right there, that's the weather buddy. Little weather buddy. More cool GNOME stuff. Cool. Wow, look at that browser. Ooh, this is when I got my first Mac. Oh, and this is when you could do like the weird X session stuff in early Mac OS. Maybe you can still do that. Like you could run an X server. Like it was just supported to run an X server as part of your, like, whatever they call their shell. And so I had OpenBox running simultaneously. This is what I need now. I don't know what I was working on. I was just like tinkering. Look, wow, 3D graphics. Cool. Okay, this is enough. We can reminisce another time. Look at all my old screenshots. Yeah, that's when the internet was so good. You just got on IRC, and now Discord's trying to scan our faces. We never should have left IRC. I'm sorry, Cavalcade. You're trying to do puzzles, and I'm ruining everything. Okay, back to the puzzles. Listen, you want to talk about being deep in the nerdosphere? I learned today that Blobz released an Atari game in 1983 when he was 19 years old. But look at this. What was it called? Diamonds? You see this name right here? Simon Hunt? That's Blobz. This is a video game that Blobz released for the Atari. Blobz is basically the coolest person I know. A local Claudebot? Listen, I can make terrible computing decisions myself without robots. Thank you very much. The only bot that I'm interested in using is the host bot. If you can get me a local host bot, then we'll talk. Isn't that wild? Look at this. That's Brian the Blob there trying to attack Dan the Digger. There's also Simon the Snake. Blobz is a celebrity. And then, as if that wasn't cool enough, he released the third part of there was a sequel, and then the third part of the trilogy he released in 2001. I see why I'm Blobz' biggest fan. Pretty much the coolest person. Pitfall on Atari. My cousin had an Atari. I just played that Spider-Man game that was calling it Spider-Man's a stretch because it looked like this. But what's insane though? In my mind, it had graphics. Like if I can look at this right now, and I can look at this and know that this is literally the game I played. But if I close my eyes and visualize it, I see Spider-Man, I see bricks. I think old video games were better for the imagination than modern video games. I think when you were a kid and you played this, you were like, yeah, that's definitely Spider-Man. And that's definitely the Green Goblin coming to get me. And like in my mind, even if I try to like imagine it as a video game, I still see it with like bricks and like there's detail. It looks like pixel art in my mind, not like, giant block art. It seems so obvious that this is Spider-Man. Okay, what were we doing? We were talking about twos, perhaps. And here's the thing about twos is that this is an X-Wing, right? That's what we just were saying. Speaking of Green Goblin, there's no relation to an X-Wing, is there? Sogoban. Hello and welcome. That makes me think, oh no, I'm getting distracted again. What's the new Thekla Sudoku game? When does that come out? Is that not how you spell it? What is the new game? Not Sudoku, Sokoban. Oh yeah, Order of the Sinking Star. Oh, no release date. I'm very curious about it. Very sadly, a puzzle designer. Actually, Simon shouted him out on Cracking the Cryptic when he passed away. But there was a puzzle designer who worked on. I mean, it's ambiguous now, like how many of the puzzles he set, but then later passed away a couple years ago. And I believe the expectation is that a fair amount of his puzzles will still be here, which is a sad, a bittersweet thing. Okay, we're doing it. What did we say? We said twos. We were putting twos here, right? How many possible Sudoku puzzles? In a variant Sudoku or just straight up Sudoku? Actually, I was calculating the number of puzzles on Logic Masters earlier because Blobz is now one of the top 3 contributors, I believe. I don't know how we see this. No, we want the top 3 authors. Yeah, so Blobz is now number 3 in terms of like puzzles on Logic Masters. And so we were seeing that he had, we were trying to figure out like what it would take for him to get to 1%, to have 1% of the puzzles. I forgot what it ended up being like. So it was 543 divided by 543 divided by 1.68. Nope. 0.0168. So there's 32,000-ish puzzles on Logic Masters, I guess. With I mean, you know, the thing about the variant Sudoku is that a human authors it, so there's a finite number of them. As far as just like generated by computers, probably like absurd numbers, like in the Google range, right? Like it doesn't take that long to hit outrageously huge numbers when you have a grid of things that you can arrange. Baba Is You. I played Baba Is You some years ago, and I got a little bit into it, but I don't think I actually ever finished it. I think it's funny because I heard there was a new game early this year or late last year that was like in the spirit of Baba. Baba Is Me. Okay, so what does this mean to me? This means that this is not a 2. So are we then saying that twos are here? So there's no 2s here. This is not a 2. This is not a 2. This is not a 2. We're placing a 2 here. Is that what we're trying to get? Is that what we're trying to arrive? I might believe that. Seems correct. Lord Kelvin. I know you've been waiting for me to get to this for 20 minutes. And here we are. Where's the other 2s in the world? Where's the true in this vertical row 8? Not there. Nor there, nor there. I guess this could be a 2. So this could be a 2. Is that what we think? That's not fun. Well, wait, where can we have 2s in here? Period. You're not 2. No 2 there. This isn't 2. This isn't 2. This is 2. This is 2. Do you believe me when I tell you that? Do you believe what I'm telling you right now? Okay. Where is 8 in here? You're not 8. You're not 8, and you're not 8. Unfortunately, it would appear this could be an 8. And it would appear that one or both of these could be an 8. I kind of want to think about 8s, but I don't know how to. We could start thinking about 3s a little bit. 3s are a thing we could discuss. Maybe over here we talk about threes, because there's no threes over here, and you're not a three. You're not a three. That doesn't help us, does it? We know there's a three on this, you know, there's a three around here somewhere, and it's not here. And I guess it could be there. This is not a three. I've convinced you. I can be pretty convincing. Whoa, I got a Steam notification in the corner of my screen. That's used as a... Steam used like some different notification daemon. Get out of here, Steam. Look, I've got Vesktop because that's what Grimbone told me to use. Okay, what do we want to think about? Why did we say this couldn't be a 4? Because we need a 4 on the line. So this is minimum 5. Right? Because, yeah, we had to have a 4 on the dude. This is minimum 4, but it's not 4. It's really minimum 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is 6, 7, 8, 9, perhaps. 3. Nine. Definitely have placed 9. 9 in here. I forgot why this couldn't be a 9. Oh, right. So 9 is not here. And 9 is not on this line because there's a 1 on it. But I think it's okay for 9 to be there or there. Oh, no, no, no. It's easier than that. How about this? Oh, this, we should have gotten this a long time ago. 9's not here. And 9 is not here. And that's not a 9. Right? So 9 is in here. Placing 9 here. Oopsie. Reasonable? Nine is definitely not on this line. Yeah. Yeah. And that means 9 is not... Oh, that's a 2-6 pair! You were quite right. Wait, is this just a 6? Wait a second. How did I get a... This is just 6, by the way. And then we have... You're not 6. We have 6. We have 6. We have 2, 6. Oh, it's not a 2-6 pair because we said a 6 could be here. It's a bad pencil mark, right? Can't this be a 6? This can't be a 6. Oh, right. Duh. You're right. It's a quad. This, yeah. 2-6, 2-6. This is not 2 or 6. This is a 2-6 pair. Good grief. Okay. There are some very obvious things here. Like, how did I not place that 6? Maybe because I keep getting distracted by my own self. I'm going to choose not to ignore the quad rule. I'm kind of angry at these quads because they only have 1 digit in them. Oh, okay. That's fair. I won't be so hard on myself. Okay, so that's exciting. Probably. What was I about to talk about? I thought I was about to talk about 8s. I was going to talk about how in the column 7 that 8's not here. So that one of these people is an 8. And therefore one of these people is an 8. We also know that there's a 3 here. And that means there's a 3 in here. Is that true? Yeah. There's a 3 here. It's not 3's over here. There's a 3 here. It's not there. And then that means that there's a 3 down here. How do you feel about that? Grimblin, how am I going to run Fusion in a way that I don't hate? How am I going to run any software on this computer? I mean, you saw from my old screenshots, apparently all I did was just open a bunch of terminals and talk on IRC. And then maybe like occasionally open GIMP. Who knows what I was doing? We didn't have software back then. Couldn't do anything. I think that means this can't be 5, right? Because we're saying 1 and 2 and 3 are over here. Right? 1, 2, 3. So this is a minimum 4. 8, 7, 6, 5. So this is only a 4 or a 5, isn't it? It's just 4. This is just 4. Can this be anything that isn't the number 4? It's not 1, 2, or 3. And 8, 7, 6, 5, but it's not 5. I think it's just a 4. Which seems to place 4 here. And if this is 4, this is not 6. That seem true? What do you think about that? That means this is not 5. Let's see. Where is the 5? 5's in here, right? Where's the 6? Somewhere. 7. Where are all these numbers? Where did we put the 3? This can't be 4 then, because we put the 3 over here, right? So that's not 4. So this is 4. Putting 4 over here. If this is 4, this has to be a 1, a 2, or a 3, and it can't be 1, it can't be 2, it can't be 3. So this is 4, which almost helps here. Math checks out. I hope so. 2. Did we place the 2? Why couldn't this be 2? Did I mess up my pencil marks? No, because we have an X-Wing. Right. We have an X-Wing. 2's in here. And it's not there or there. We placed the 2. Does that mean we placed the 3? Yes. That means we place the 5. And this is 3, 6, 8. Is that actually true? I think so. Except this is not 3. That's not 5. A little baby X-Wing. A lowercase X-Wing. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, right? It's not, this is not, it's bigger than 4. It could be 5. It's not 6. It's not 9. So it's 7, 8. It's 5, 7, 8. No, it's not 8 because we said 8 is up here. So it's only 5 or 7. So this is a 5, 7, 9 triple. It's not 5. 5, 7, 9 triple. Where is the 6? It just must be here. But you could have 6, 7, 8. I mean, I think those both can be 6, right? Oh, my pencil marks have blinded me now. But can I have 7? I mean, this is definitely 8, 7, 6. This is just 5 or 6, right? That's all this could be. This could be 7. This could be 6 or 7. Is that right? Because we have 5, 6, 7, 9. But it's not 5. This can only be 6, 7. Is that true? Can't be 5. Can't be 8. Yeah. Okay. So okay. What? We probably actually can like rule some things out, or 2. Okay, sorry. Getting very distracting messages. I'm gonna just put on Do Not Disturb. I don't remember how. Okay. Sorry, I lost the thread. We have a 4, we have a 4. We're placing 4 up here. We know that it can't appear on the line again. It's also visible there. Nine could be over there. Okay, sorry. I lost the thread a little bit. We decided that this one does have a 9. And this one does have a 9, right? The 2. What did I lose here? The 3. Is there a delicate 3 balance? 5. Five is up here. Here. 5's up here. So 5's down here, right? Does that help us? This is maximum 7, minimum 3. This is 3, 9, 8, 7, 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we see the 6 and we see this 5 quad. So it's really only 3, 4, 7. It was 7. Maybe 7, 8, 9. Right, we talked about this, how this is kind of a, like, so much of this column is, what's its face? How about the 8 could go there? The 1 we placed, the 2 we placed. The 3 could be here. I think 3 has to be there. No, 3 could be here. That's annoying. 3 can't be here because of the 1, 2. Sorry, here because of the 1, 2. But I think this could be 3. Are we happy with our 1s and 2s? What are we looking at? We're looking at row 4, column 8. Row 4, column 8. This person. Oh, that's a good point. You're right. That's a great point. I briefly considered that and then forgot all about it. So this digit has extreme visibility on the heart, right? But we know the heart, like this digit 5 or 7 must appear on the heart, right? And so in terms of where this digit can go, it sees all these. This is not a 5 or a 7, and it sees this. So these are the same digit. Is that what we want to say? We could probably do that somewhere else too, although that is just a very, like, annoyingly, that 6 could go there. Okay, but that means this is not 6 or 8, right? These are the same digits. We also know for sure that this digit appears here, but we don't know where. And you're asking 6. Oh, right, because we just removed 6 and 8. Good point. Good point. So, what was in here? We removed 6 and 8. So then somebody might want to say, where is the 6? And we see that it is already on the pink line, so it can't appear there again. And that's not a 6. And these people aren't 6s. And we already know that this is the 5 or a 7. So that places a 6, dude. That's very good. Good eye. Can we do something like that again? Good eye. For a second, I thought the side eye was like because I did something wrong, but now I understand that it represents good eye. So we're getting some digits on here. We have 1, 2, 4, 6. So we need like 3, 5, 7, 8. Where can 3 go? Can this be 3? I don't want it to be. The 8. I mean, we have the, well, that's not actually true. We need the other half of the 5, 7 pair, right? Also has to be on the line. But the 8 could be here or here. If that's 7, that's the 5. The 3, though. Where is the 8? One of these must be 8. Because there's an 8 on this line, and it's not here. Right? So this is not 8. 8 must be here or here. So what is this digit? 3, 5, 7, 8 were our remaining digits. Right? That's what's left of the quad. I mean, we could just do 3, 5, 7, 8. But what? We said that this couldn't be an 8 because one of these must be the 8. No, I'm sorry. This is not the 8. So Does that mean this digit is this digit? Because this digit, 3, 5, and 7, must be on the pink line. It's not any of this part of the pink line. It's not the 6. It's not, this digit is a different digit, and it's not the 2. So are we saying that these are the same people? Maybe. We might be saying that. That puts this digit down here, but what are 1s and 2s? 3 is a little ambiguous. Oh. Ah, bummer. I mean, we need the other half of this 8-9 pair, but it could be the 8 here. But it could maybe also be here. This seems like it could also be a 3. This is just not super... This can't be a 3. Because that would have to be a 2. So it's 1, 3. This is 4 minimum. 4 could be a 5. It's not 6. I think it could be 7, 8, or 9 though, unfortunately. This can only be a 4 if this is a 3. We do know there's a 4 up here. That isn't here. One of these digits is a 4. This can only be a 4 if this is a 3. We got a lot of pencil marks. Fives are cramping my style. You know, one of these is a 5. And there's certainly a 5 on this heart. Okay, let's think about for a minute where the 5 goes on this heart. Because it's not here. And it's not here. It's not here. It's not here. Gosh, that's close, right? I do see that actually 5 is here. That help? 1, 2, but this could be a 3 or a 4 for that to be a 5, right? But 5's here. If you put 5 here, the only place the 5 could go in the heart is here. What's this digit? This is minimum 3, right? It's not 1, not 2. Minimum 3, 4. This digit's minimum 5, but it can't be 5. Can't be 6. So 7, 8, 9, is that true? That this is 7, 8, or 9? Because this is minimum 3, minimum 4, minimum 5, can't be 5, minimum 6, can't be 6, 7, 8, 9. It was 7, 8. Where's the rest of that? 5 we said is over here. 1, 2, 3. 3, I don't know. 8. 3. Where's the 3? I don't know. Oh, where's the 8? Where's the 8? 8's got some places to be. What did we just do? Let's mark that. That's what we just did. This was a minimum 3, right? This is a minimum 4. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but it's not 8. Is it okay as those other digits though? There's 9 on this. I gotta remember that. 7. I feel like there's probably another fun thing about like the like where is this on the line game. Like you can almost do it with this because this sees so much, but it doesn't see this. And it doesn't see this. This can't be 2 or 4, but unfortunately I think it could be 3. So if this was 3, it could go here and then down here. Actually, that's funny. Check this out. Okay, so this digit is on the line. Where is it on the line? Where's this digit on the line? It's not there or there or there or there. And it's not an 8. So this digit must appear here or here. If it goes up here, it must be a 3. It can't be 2 or 4. If it goes here, it must be 2. It can't be 3 or 4. That means this digit's never 4, right? If you make this digit a 4, you can never have a 4 on the line. Is that true? I think it's true. So I think this is not a 4. This is a little bit cute. It was a little hard to be a 4 anyway, I think. Can we do that again? I want to do it again. This one, unfortunately, can appear like here, here, or here. Doesn't seem as... Do we talk about this person? Yeah, where's this person? This person, it's not here or here or here. It's not here. It's not here. It's not a 6. So it must be here or here. So does that mean this is never 3? If we put a 3 in here, then there's never a 3 on this line. Is that true? Yeah. Because the 3 is only here or here. So this is never 3. It means it's got to be here or here. You can recommend placing 6 in row 1. You can. I believe you. Sure, because we have 6 here. Gosh, we got to think about that too. Like that should be a very obvious thing. Is like 6 in here not only can't be there, but it's also seen by the line. and it's also not a 2. So in box 1, it could be there or there, but in box 2, it's like this. So this is not the 6. So this is the 6. I like that. Wait, did I not pencil mark that? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Which rules out 6 here. Gosh, what's this then? This is the 3 then. Right? I can't tell if you're, is that a velociraptor? I can't tell if your dinosaur is angry or excited or happy or gonna kill me. That's I think a pretty common problem with dinosaurs. He's impressed. Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks, dinosaur. You okay? Wait, I feel like some stuff was going on. Like that these... wait, we got this thing. So we have 4, 7, 8, 9 triple. Is that what's going on? But there is a 9 on here, isn't there? Bummer. 4, 7, 8, 9. So this is 4, 7, 8, 9. Is this person? Does that mean, that means this digit is here or here? One might conclude. Did that 3 do something? Yeah, okay, we got a 3. So 3s, we talked about, we've got to get a 3 on this line. That's very hard to do right now. Where are we going to put 3? Not here. Not here. 3 is only here or here. But shoot, can it be both? How do we know which person is a 3? Four is also a question I have. Four is... Wait, I broke my X-Wing? I did. I broke a wing? Oh no. You're right. This is a 2, right? I broke my X-Wing, my broken wings. It's very sad. Okay, but we can't... Can I not discern this? Is this not discernible? Oh, my poor X-Wing. Your face is in its anatomically correct place tonight. What is this? Minimum 3, maximum 7, not a 5. I feel there is more to be done with 3s, is how I'm feeling. At this juncture. But what do we do with this information? You are allowed to be a 3. You're not, actually. You're actually not. So in here, this person can't be a 3. That means 3 goes in here. Is that true? Right, you can't be 3. 3 goes in here, and so does 5. So this is a 3-5 pair. What do you think of that? Is that a true statement? Placing the 4 here? Do you believe me? Possible? 3-5 pair? 7, 8, 9 triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Part of a 7, 8, 9 triple, not the 9. 7, 8, 9, not 9. This is 9. It would appear. It has implications. Unfortunately, I think we said that we could have a 9 here. So this is part of a 7, 8, 9 triple. That's not an 8. This little adventure that we have going here. We do have a 7, 8 pair. So that's not a 7. Blue is not 7. That's exciting. Blue is 3, 5. Both of which are down here. Guess that checks out. So 7, 8 pair, 3, 5. This is the other half of a 3, 5 pair. Is that what I'm to understand? This is a mess. I mean, this box is a mess. I feel like I'm gonna... Are you limited to 3? Wait, what 3 did I limit? What did I forget? Did I already know this was a 3, 5 pair? Or is there another? Oh, wanting a 3 on the line. Oh, right! Right! We've talked about this. We need a 3 on this line. We do not have a 3 on this line. What would I do without you? Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch. I like Cavalcade. That's my favorite one of the day. Cavalcade of Stars. Where's the 4? Is this just our 4? And this is a 6, 7, 8, 9 triple. And does that 4 do something for me emotionally? We still gotta get a 3 in this neighborhood. There's a 3 on the line up here, right? Which means, therefore, we have 3 on the line. So in here, 3 is not on the line. That place a 3 here? Is that true? We had a 3 and a 3, so we put a 3 up here. 3 is on the line. That rules out these digits. There's no 3 here. 3 is down here, it's on the line. I think that's a 3. GG. GG. I think in Turkish that means like really sweet or cute. Oh, pretty. GG. GG. I think it's pronounced like GG. 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 Okay. 3. This game over? Game over, man? Okay, but now we gotta like actually do this, huh? With this pencil mark nightmare that we've created. This nightmare of my own creation. The 9 pair. You're just a 6. You're just a 7. Rather than cleaning up the pencil marks, I'm just gonna cover them. I'm gonna bury my shame. GG. Good boy. 8. 6, 7, 9, 5, 7. That is just a 7, isn't it? Not 7, not 7. You're just a 9. Let me lay it on the line. He had 2 on the vine. Not 4 or 7. That's the 7 for this neighborhood. Didn't we say there's a 9 on here somewhere? I believe we discussed such possibilities. Did we place our 3? 3's over here. Seems we did. What's up here? Where's the 9? This is a 5-9 pair. Is that true? What's going on? 5-9? This is part of a 5-7-8-9, but not 5. 5, 7, 8, 9. So this is just 7, 8, 9 because it can't be a 5. In fact, it is also can't be a 9 and apparently can't be 7. So this is just 8, 7, oopsie, 9, 5, 9, 6, 8. Bunch of pairs floating around doing pair stuff. I need to talk to Skoja. I gotta give him instructions. Who's going to Sudoku Con? Should I buy a ticket to go to England? To go to Sudoku Con this summer? England is a long way, or July is a long way, or both. They're both a long way. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest gal I know. Goodbye to Piccadilly, farewell Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's still there. Into mighty London strolled an Irish lad one day. He thought the streets were paved with gold, sure everyone was gay, singing songs of Piccadilly Strand and Leicester Square, until Paddy got excited and he shouted to them there. This might not be exactly the lyrics, but there's something like that. What do we need on this line? A 6, probably? What goes in here? 4, 6, 7? Not 4. Not 6. Should I go? The problem with Manchester is I don't know any songs about Manchester, do I? What songs do I know about Manchester? Probably it's got to be something. That's the 6, the 7, the 4, the 7, the 6, and we're left with what is this? Want to be the 4 and some other digit, perhaps a 9. Look at that. Love it. Lovely puzzle. Blobz, lovely puzzle. Sorry, I got distracted 7,000 times. Easy. 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 The most miraculous thing is I don't think I just fully broke the puzzle. I made one mistake early on, I think, and I backed it up and fixed it. And we didn't fail after that. Pretty shocking, actually. And even more shocking is it generally seems like the streaming setup worked. I'm very disappointed with the camera losing its settings. That is that's amateur hour. I don't understand why that would happen if I have a fancy daemon whose job it is to maintain the settings. Not cool. Maybe I got to do some other thing. What other thing do I have to do? It's supposed to... how do you say, remember this forever? Remember this forever. I can say, do this thing, but how do I say, LED mode, blink? Can I have a little rave? It's not blinking. Didn't work. Up to mighty London strolled. And, wouldn't you think this would be the thing that would do the thing? Maybe I haven't restarted since the... Also, I thought we decided to bump this up to 4,000, didn't we? Slightly more natural colors. Didn't we also decide to... Ooh, Blossom. Oh no, undo. No. Oh no. I'm stuck with the... What's that? Beautiful tan. Is it time for LFS? Is that gonna make life better? I'm like okay for the moment with the like distribution because it doesn't matter because they're all the same. I mean, that's not exactly true. Like somebody's paying attention to packages here, or as if I just did LFS. How would I know if there was a security disaster? I'd never know. I want the gain to be... Why did all this change? I want it to be this many. I want this number to be some other number. Ooh, I'm gone. You want to do like this, maybe? Bad UX here. Long press to save. But how do I tell it, like, do the thing, you know? I could be the security. Just air gap it. Keep it offline. So you had a bad luck with Mango? Not happy with Mango? Seems cool, though. It's got blur. See, the problem with Neri... No blur. Oopsie. I think we can't blur this. Right? Unless there's a new phone release with blur. Well, this hasn't been released in 100 years. Ancient. Blur. Show me glam. Forget it. You want to use a distribution that doesn't have cool blur? Forget it. Mango's got blur. You know, does Durin have blur now? Or is it not there yet? Huh? That's 8 months ago. Everybody wants blur. It's important to be beautiful. Sad. Sad. I'm mostly, I mean, Neri seems better. Here's the thing. In Neri, if you just open a bunch of windows, they just get stuck beside each other. Whereas in Hyperlin, they just do this silliness. Like you get a beautiful Fibonacci spiral of terminals, which is not ever useful. Like, why would I ever want that? I would never want it. There's just not a, like, actual reason you would want that, right? Why do you... Yes, you're running ZSH. It's the shell. It's a... What? You want that? You like the Fibonacci tiling? I mean, to quads, sure. I like the quads. Everybody likes the quads. Oopsie. And even like here, that's fine. But man, once you get down low enough, it's just silly. Now things aren't closing? What happened? Hello? I just think near seems like scrolling conceptually makes more sense. Like I kind of like this thing I got going on, like where you can go up and down or side to side, but that's like, wait, what? Wow, look at Grimbone's tiling. How do I put this on the screen? I don't even know. Full screen. Oh, look, it's me. Wait, why does your window manager have title bars? Disgusting. Get those out of here. We don't do title bars. What a waste. What a waste of rooms. Rooms? Room. I don't have time for that. Title bars. Joking. What a joke. Those are nice looking tiles. What's this bar up here? Did you write that bar too? How'd you do this so quickly? Are you vibe coding behind my back? How do I send this to the place that I want it to go? That's a problem. If I like don't have a like desktop defined. Wait. Oh, that's funny. Oopsie. I don't like the workspace management in Hyperland, I gotta say. So I apparently OBS, or sorry, Desktop doesn't do streamer mode where it hides people's names. It's kind of not cool. I guess it's okay. Oh, you can see I misspelled the word consistently? That's embarrassing. How embarrassing. Oh, okay, you can see one person's name was not censored. That's cool. That's cool, Linux. That's a thing that just works no problem, completely seamlessly without a single thought in Discord on Windows, and you have to manually turn on streamer mode. Cool. That's cool. Cool. Man, Windows is a low bar. You can't do things Windows can do. What are you even doing? It wouldn't happen in LFS. Is that even possible in Linux? Like, how would the intra-process communication work? How would Discord even know? How does Discord even know? That's kind of weird. How does that even work? I want Mango to work. Why doesn't it work? You're doing tiling, not scrolling? I wanted to do everything. Oh, Flatpak breaks it because Flatpak breaks every single thing. Is there some way for me to like do some Flatpak permission? Whose fault is it? Is it OBS and Flatpak, or is it Desktop's wrapping of Discord? Look at this. Tiling, easy. Scrolling, easy. Grid, easy. Vertical? You want vertical? Easy. Tiling? Vertical tiling? Easy. You want overview? Got your overview. You want a deck? You want a center tile? You want a right tile? You want a monocle? It's just like Windows 1.0, just like everything's maximized. I kind of like that. I want a monocle sometimes. Sometimes you want a monocle. What does TG mix mean? I don't know what TG mix means. Give Mango a go? You told me it's broken. Yay, Mango. Look at that. Without scene effects. What's scene effects? Sounds like those sound fun. Waybar. I want to use Waybar. Kidding me? I want to use it with something cooler. Yeah, Mango message. See, if I can just talk to Windows and tell them to do stuff, that's what I want. Look at all these things. What does TG Mix even mean? We got a scratch pad, we got rules, we got an overview. I don't know, man. Is this what I need? Or do I need I just don't know if I'll like this better. I just want to be able to go places. I just want to be able to go like, I want to go down. I want to go up. I want to just like navigate everything around, mess with stuff. I don't really like the way Hyperland is by default, where you have sort of like finite, arbitrary workspaces, like predefined. Now if I leave this though and the empty one closes, like the numbers just change all the time. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, but we did successfully stream. I got really tall all of a sudden, or my microphone or my camera tilted down. Hello, it's me. I had to fix this thing because it wasn't working on OBS browser in Wayland. I had to do it again for some reason. It works again. Okay, I'm leaving, I think. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I think we did a stream. Am I gonna like actually try to daily drive Linux? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? There's a bunch of computers up there. I could just put Windows on one of them, I guess. There's that whatever it's called. That Windows Internet of Thing, LTSC thing. It's supposed to be like the long-term support of Internet of Things. That just doesn't have a bunch of, no mandatory updates, reduced bloatware, superior lockdown capabilities, whatever. It just doesn't have a bunch of garbage on it. Wow, doesn't require TPM secure boot or UEFI. Doesn't include the Microsoft Store. That's great. That's funny. Could do. Gotta find a copy of it somewhere. Oh, this person says this is a disappointment. Uh-oh. Wait, game bar? It's got game bar? Surely not. Game mode is on default by default for the Enterprise Edition? That's stupid. Well, it's Microsoft. They can't do anything right. What can I say? Maybe I'll try Mango, but then I gotta spend like 700 hours configuring it, right? That sounds... What do people say? What are the people saying? What do people say? Try Mango WC. Hideous. Just hideous. Ah. Looks nice. People like what's its face? Lunar? Lunar? Oopsie. That's wrong. Wrong one. I still don't know my own shortcuts. These icons look like garbage. I think the garbage icon looks like... Why are they so thick? Why are these icons so robust? How do you change your XFCE settings? What do you like, Dolphin? Go change my Thunar icons. I don't know how to style that stuff. How do you style it? Well, Firefox has chosen not to load this. I just see, I don't, you know, you see like the people on YouTube that are like the, you know, those people. And they're always using whatever they're using. Why does this just not work? Alex appearance. Sometimes you can do stuff like this. Let's see. Arch, Wiki, Thunar. Ah! I knew it. The Arch Wiki is kind of insane, actually. But key bindings. But how do you make it look better? The wiki is great. Yeah, just, I mean, I've seen like incredibly unhelpful people in the forums for sure. Especially around the OBS stuff, as though the OBS stuff isn't a nightmare and being like, is it somehow like treating things like they should be obvious. It's like, no, dude, this is not obvious. This is a nightmare. Nothing, no icons in here. No styling. Oh well. I don't care that much right now. Got bigger fish to fry. Like I'm gonna run software to actually do work. Look, this is a kitty. Wait, no! Huh? Bring the kitty back. Yeah, it's fine. See, that was cool. Going straight from tiling into that wave bar's hideous, but that looks awful too. I'm mesmerized, hypnotized. It's in the build internet. It's in the wiki. Build the internet from source. Yikes. Been there. Stacky. Cool. Where's the overview though? Show me the overview. The problem with this is just looking at this, you know, there's like 75,000 shortcuts. Like there's no way. That was too many things to do. window shortcuts. That's handy. Especially for like, right, like moving windows around and stuff. That's how KDE was too, right? I feel like I didn't see the overview that I was looking for. It's not really very flattering. Oh no, I'm not going to be logged in. It's going to be watch ads, isn't it? Logged in? Ooh, what are the weird stuff you see when you're not logged into? I finally got it, says the Black Dawn. First impressions.
All right.
I don't want to
Welcome.
hear you talk. Don't talk. Why's your desk look like that? Insane. What are we running here, Don? Why is this thing always in my face to pop the video out? What if I don't want to pop the video out? Can this just go away? What is that? What is this? And why is it here? Oh, it's very custom. I just want to know what Don's got going on, you know? So I just want to check in on Don. I just want to see Don do something cool. Is that Zed or is that VS Code? Why Zed, right? Don seems too cool for VS Code. That's Cursor. I don't know what Don's doing. You love Zed? Should I use Zed? I'm thinking of just switching to NeoVim. I use VS Code in Vim mode. Maybe I should just go all the way back. Go back to my roots. Don, do something cool. Don. I would switch to Neri today if there was blur. There's a lot of shortcuts, Don. Don, you're not really wowing me. I don't know, man. Don. You don't know how to get out of Vim? Do you know that if you try to install the Vim extension in VS Code, the first thing that they make you do is enter the exit command to prove that you know how to use Vim. Otherwise, it won't let you install it. It's pretty funny. Like the only plugin I've used that has like a competence test. Get out of here. I don't want to see ads. Get out of here. The stupid thing is I pay for this and just Google refuses to keep me logged in ever. Okay, do something cool. Look at that's a lot of windows. I just want to play with it. Just don't use Waybar. Okay, overview of the layouts. What do we got? Aw, Figlet, my buddy. What are we doing here? Okay. Scrolling. Is this overview? Or is this grid? Let's see. Should I use? Do I just stick with Hyperland for now? I think the shell is cool. There's other stuff I need to figure out. The like workspaces just bum me out. I just don't like the Hyperland workspaces. I feel like they don't do what I want to do. Eh. Was this the cool one? Is this the quick shell one? No, this is a different one. But I think there's several. I don't want that one though. Mangiri? Is that the secret? There's probably going to be a fork called that soon, right? That's definitely coming. What was the thing I said? Quick shell overview? You just switch to Zen browser everywhere. You gotta like it. This. Do we like this? Seems kind of cool. Seems like it kind of does the thing. I mean, I'm really curious about QuickShell if like it's this easy to just define behavior. I mean, not that it's super easy. It's like there's a lot of stuff going on over here, but just like you just define everything in QML. What does it even mean? Installation's a little annoying. It's not that horrible actually. You clone the Git repo directly into your config. It's a cool person thing to do. Whoopsie. I keep accidentally closing windows. That's weird though. Didn't really close what I expected. I gotta get my keybinds sane. Easy. Where was that? QuickShell? Why is the place I just was not here? Here. What am I supposed to do? Add a keybind? Put it up here. What are we doing? Add auto start. Reload hyperlink. It's that easy. I don't have to restart anything. Wait, what was my keybind? I forgot. Super tab? Didn't work. Probably because this didn't work. Uh-oh. I did it. It's kind of cool. But how? So the thing that's annoying is like, where did those come from? Oh, I see. Well, like I want them. Oh boy, I don't know how to do this. Like, how did they? Where even am I? Here? The like this two-state, like the stacked thing, I think is cool. I want stacking, actually. How do I do it? Whoa, I did it. Whoa, confusing. Whoa. What? I don't even know where anything is anymore. Deeply confusing. Okay, wait. Come back here. Do this. What? I'm on... Where am I? I'm on this display. When I hit this thing... But if I hit down... Weird. But if I'm here... These keybinds make no sense. They're insane. You like foot? What's your preference? I think I like kitty. I don't understand this. Like if I go here, where am I? I'm over here. It may just be a weird thing where I'm in like a weird state. Like I kind of like the idea of vertically oriented workspaces. I think it seems kind of cool. I wonder if I could do that here. Foot is more minimal. Yeah, but does Foot have that cool animated cursor that I keep forgetting to turn on? Cool. Also, Kitty is a cuter name than Foot. What sounds like the bad guys from Ninja Turtles. So what am I supposed to do? Multi-monitor support with proper scaling and experimental. Smart row. Hide empty workspace rows. So arrow keys, left or right, jump around, focus a window, move windows to different workspace. When hiding to rows, enable left-right navigation wraps. And I mean the rows thing is, oh I see, 2 by 5. So we could change this. I think a thing that seems weird, like in here, what was happening? That's actually cool. Wait, that's cool. Look at the look at the way this works. I want this. Look at the way this like shows each workspace with like what is on it. Is that real? Is that what this is doing? I guess these are only active workspaces. That looks cool. How do you do that? I want that. Give me that. That's the workspace. That's, how do you do that? What widget? That's a widget? I have a workspace widget on. It sucks. That's not what I want. Oh. Do I need to configure my workspace widget and make it cooler? How do you do the icon thing? Show applications. Oh, whoa. Colorize the icons? Those icons look like garbage. Weird. I mean, this is almost cool. How do you think they did this? Seems way cooler. Scroll to shift workspaces. I like the vertical workspace thing is cool. Too bad the icons are hideous. Like that looks cool over here. Is that a different shell than the shell I'm using? What shell is that? Or is it just like a totally custom quick shell? It's cool. What is this? How do you do that? I want that thing. We'll never know. At least I can do this now. Whatever that's worth. I actually want this stuff to be down here. How do I do it? Oh, I screwed up. We did it. Did I do it? Like I kind of only want vertical, and I kind of want it to be like only correspond to. Very weird, huh? I guess these are just like a very specific. I don't know. I don't like this. Make it from scratch. Just make a good window manager for me. Make it awesome and cool and fun. Please. Thanks. How good does it need to be? The best. I want the best one. I want the best window manager. Too bad that I like doxed everybody because streamer mode didn't automatically work. OBS Flatpak streamer mode. OBS Studio and Flatpak containers provides a secure portable installation, but often struggles to automatically trigger streamer mode. Containerized restrictions. You may need to manually enable streamer modes or use flat seal to grant device all. Device all sounds like a thing that you're not supposed to do. Doesn't sound bad. Discord detects OBS by reading from proc, which is something impossible with Flatpak. So you cannot do it with Flatpak. Bummer. That story. What am I going to do with this computer? This computer used to like suck because it was a Windows computer, but I could at least like do work on it and stuff and play games. And now I can't do anything except look at my wallpaper and want a slightly different shell. Should I switch? What's that dank shell? Dank. The dank Linux shell? Should I switch to this one? This one cooler? Are those workspaces better? This one's also quick shell based, right? That's what I want. Can I go to that's not what I want. Where do you find the thing? Where do you find what's their package repository called? This thing? Can I see things that depend on this? Acquired by 0. Cool. What was the other thing? Noctalia? How did I even install this? I don't remember. How did I do this? Does this show the dependencies? Probably, right? Quick shell. There's not a way to see like anything that uses quick shell. Doesn't it seem like a thing you'd want to know? Do any of you in here? Just want to see stuff that depends on. There's DMS shell. That's the dank. Yeah. Wait, why aren't you opening tabs? Why did you lose the tab, dude? Okay. BMS. Whisker shell. Quick shell greet D. That seems good. So there's not many. There's DMS. What is DMS? BMS? Well, where is it? You? What is this? There's nothing here. Great. Cool. Just a weird variation. Whisker shell. Cool hyperlink shell thing. Should I build my own should I try to configure quick shell all by myself? Seems hard. A little dancing kitty. Not working now. Okay. Well, cool. 2 months ago. Seems cool. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Now I gotta see if I can actually upload this video. Is it possible? Hard to say. Who can possibly say? The internet kind of works. It means I gotta be able to log in. Oh boy. Now what? Cool that Google just never wants me to be signed in to anything ever. Don't ask again on this device, excuse me. Make it awesome, and it needs to support quick shell and be really good. Or maybe if it just supports quick shell, it doesn't have to be good. You know? Oh, Blobz is on episode 8 of his Factorio run. I'm behind. I'm just gonna upload this video while I'm still recording it. That's how we optimize. Here's the thing I love. I don't love it. I hate it actually. Like the insane inconsistency of like file dialogues and stuff. Like the way the file open dialogue in OBS is styled completely differently. I mean, that's in Flatpak, so I guess it slightly has an excuse, but just how like everything is so inconsistent, and like Firefox has its own thing, like it's kind of maddening. Like just ludicrous levels of like inconsistency, like redundant work, major redundant work. Yeah, boy. Okay, we're done here. I'm done. Thank you all. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna upload this video and never record ever again. It's not true. I will record, but not today. Not today. Goodbye.